V ranks number 3 on the global influencer list, surpassing Selena Gomez and Kendall Jenner. Hello K-pop fans. A world in noise, and the voice of silence. In a world saturated with sound and spectacle, with timelines bursting at the seams with carefully curated aesthetics and algorithm-chasing content, it is rare, almost unheard of, for someone to rise not by shouting, but by simply existing. And yet, one man has done exactly that. Not through controversy. Not through shock. But through an authenticity so pure, so magnetic, that the world could not look away. His name is Kim Taehyung. But to millions, no, to tens of millions, he is simply known as V. This is not just the story of an idol. This is the unfolding of a modern legend. A tale of quiet power, unwavering presence, and the moment when the global influencer industry had to pause and acknowledge a force from the East. The humble beginning in Daegu. Born in the city of Daegu, South Korea, Kim Taehyung did not enter the entertainment world with privilege or notoriety. He did not grow up in the spotlight. He wasn't groomed by a family of celebrities or lifted by political influence. He was a child with dreams. A boy who loved music, photography, drawing, and moments of stillness. When he joined Big Hit Entertainment as a trainee, it was almost accidental. In fact, his audition was so quiet that many didn't even realize he had passed. But once he stepped in front of the camera, it became obvious. This was someone who didn't need to speak to be heard. He didn't need to move to be noticed. There was something in his gaze. Something ancient, powerful, and unspoken. The Instagram era begins. In December 2021, BTS broke the internet by launching individual Instagram accounts. Within minutes, the world turned its eyes to V. And what happened next became global news. In just 43 minutes, Taehyung gained 1 million followers. In under 5 hours, he reached 10 million. This was not the result of advertising. This was not the result of a PR campaign. This was the power of presence. His very first posts were minimal. Some were blurry, abstract, artistic. There were no captions, no promotions. Just glimpses of a man who saw the world differently. And the world responded. Massively. The global list that shocked the industry. In 2025, data analytics platform Hypoditor, known for ranking global influencers using metrics like engagement, authenticity, and reach, released their highly anticipated top 1,000 global influencers list. And there in the top 3, was a name no one could ignore. Kim Taehyung, V of BTS. Rank, number 3. Above him were only 2 individuals. Below him were some of the most iconic names in modern media. He had surpassed Selena Gomez, Kendall Jenner, Addison Rae, Kylie Jenner, and countless others who had long been considered untouchable on social media. What makes this even more staggering is that V became the only Asian artist in the top 5. This was not just a personal victory. It was a cultural milestone. A moment when the world saw that influence was no longer owned by the West. That presence, impact, and artistry could emerge from anywhere. Even from a silent man in Seoul with a camera, a dog named Yeontan, and a soul that breathed poetry. The post that stopped the planet. After finishing his military enlistment, Taehyung returned with a single post. A photo of himself, dim lighting, cinematic composition, subtle smile. No caption. No announcement. No dramatic reveal. And yet, within hours, it became one of the most liked and discussed posts on Instagram that year. It received over 13.1 million likes, 500,000 comments, and was shared across platforms with hashtags trending in more than 20 countries. Mainstream media picked it up. Vogue wrote about it. GQ dissected its fashion elements. Fans created artwork, wrote essays, analyzed the symbolism. It was not just a picture. It was a cultural event. What makes him different? In an era where social media often rewards excess, loudness, and viral gimmicks, Kim Taehyung remains a paradox. He does not chase cameras. He does not design his posts to go viral. He does not bend to trends. And yet, his posts become trends. His stillness becomes movement. His silence becomes sound. Taehyung treats his social media like a gallery. Each image tells a story. Each composition speaks through color, emotion, and vulnerability. It's not content. It's connection. While other influencers sell a lifestyle, Taehyung offers something far more rare. Presence. The world responds. Soon, the West began to pay attention. Rolling Stone dubbed him the silent superstar. Forbes noted that he was redefining digital influence. Vogue UK called him a master of quiet charisma. Even traditional influencers began following him, studying his approach. Brands started changing their strategies. They wanted authenticity. They wanted depth. They wanted what Taehyung had mastered naturally. Meanwhile, in Korea and across Asia, his rise became a point of national pride. Kim Taehyung was no longer just a K-pop star. He was a global figure. A cultural ambassador. A leader of a new era in digital influence. The future, what lies ahead? As he secures his position as one of the world's most influential figures, the question now is, what's next? Industry insiders whisper of several possible moves. A solo fashion line built on sustainability and minimalism. A feature film debut where he takes the lead in a psychological romance. A global photography exhibition showcasing his work in Paris and Seoul. A new solo album that leans into jazz, blues, and vintage soundscapes. But beyond projects and products, there is something deeper at play. Kim Taehyung is reshaping what it means to be an artist in the digital age. He is proving that influence is not about noise. It's about meaning. Reflection, how legends are made. In every generation, there are a few individuals who rise above the rest. Not because they try harder. Not because they chase attention. But because they carry something timeless within them. For Taehyung, that timelessness is authenticity. It's vulnerability. It's artistic integrity. He never asked the world to love him. He simply showed them who he was, and let them decide. And they did. They followed. They listened. They believed. A message to the world. Today, Kim Taehyung stands not just as an idol. Not just as a celebrity. But as a symbol of a shifting world. A world that is finally learning to see value beyond volume. Art beyond engagement. And depth beyond display. From Taegu to the digital throne of the influencer age, V has walked a path entirely his own. And if there is one truth we can hold onto from this story, it is this. Real stars don't need to shine. They already glow from within. And Kim Taehyung, he's glowing brighter than ever.